Hey, you guys. Okay, this video is going to be all about hooded eyes, okay? So, number one, if you have hooded eyes like I do, drop a 1 in the comments, okay? Really quickly, I'm going to show you or tell you what hooded eyes are because I can't believe how many people don't really know, okay? Hooded eyes basically are, take a look at this eye right here. See how when I open my eyes, you basically cannot see any of my lid? This eye is a little bit less hooded because you can see a little bit more of my lid, but watch the difference, okay? See the difference where now you can see the lid, okay? Two things happen. Either you're just born with it and you have an extra little bit of skin right here or a brow bone that kind of protrudes forward a little bit, or as we age, our eyes just naturally become more hooded, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna give you my best tips and tricks for hooded eyes and my best tips and tricks to make them look less hooded, okay? So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Cassie Rasley. Make sure that you follow me for all of my best tips and tricks going forward, and share this video with your friends because I promise you they are gonna be so happy that you shared it with them. Okay, first and foremost, we're gonna start with our brows. I know you're like, what do the brows have to do with the hooded eyes? But I promise you, they're everything. They mean everything, okay? So I guess I'm trying to decide which eye we should do with what. This eye is gonna be the bad side, and this eye is gonna be the good side, okay? So let's start with the bad side first, okay? First, when you're doing your brows, you want to make them, or if they're, okay, so the bad way to do it is to not give you an arch, okay? So let me just quickly go through here and just kind of follow my brow line. And also, when you bring that tail down too far, it tends to bring your eye down, okay? And it tends to almost make your hooded eye look more hooded. Okay, and you might think, oh, that's not such a bad looking brow, Cassie. But just wait until you see the good side. Listen, here's the thing. I never claimed to be an amazing makeup artist ever, actually, but especially brow person. My brows have never been like the best ever, but I do know the way to make them look a little bit less hooded. So, and that's the thing. Like I said, I'm not like a makeup artist, but I have done this for a few years. It's been my job for a few years, and I've kind of learned some tips and tricks as I went along. So so bad side, okay, there's not much of an arch, and it kind of drags the eye down. And again, this isn't necessarily a bad brow shape, but it is if you have hooded eyes, okay? So here's what you want to do to help those hooded eyes look less accentuated. So you like to make sure that you have your brows kind of have an arch to them. Okay? And then kind of do that tail first, and you don't want that tail to be super long. You don't want that tail to drag down your brow, okay? So see how we kind of have that basic shape right there? See the difference? How that kind of lifts that brow up just a little bit more. All of these tips and tricks that I'm going to give you are going to be like little tweaks that in the end are going to make all the difference in the world, okay? So there's the brow so far. Bad side, better side. Okay, my next trick is, okay, here's the thing. If you have hooded eyes like me and you are constantly, if you don't have eye primer, you get that really, see, you can already see it from my foundation, that crease that happens. You guys, it happens if you have hooded eyes. Like, it just is what it is, okay? So you need a really good tacky primer. And actually, Unique's primer is really, eye primer is really good for hooded eyes because it's going to help your eyeshadow stick, and it's going to help it stick there, and it's going to help it stay all day long. It's not going to move. Okay, so Okay, so we're not gonna put eye primer on this side, okay, because it's the bad side. So we're gonna take a brush. You can use your fingers with this too, but with my nails, I can't get inside that eye corner right there. And so I'm just gonna use a brush, and I'm only gonna put it just on my lid. You don't need to take it above your lid because the creasing happens below your lid. And then one of the most important parts of it is to set it, okay? Set it with a powder. I'm gonna set it with our Behold Touch Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just gonna take a little bit, and I'm just gonna pat it on. Stipple it on, and that's just gonna set that there. And now it's ready. Our good eye is ready for makeup, and it's not gonna crease. It's gonna stay there all day long. No big deal. What's gonna happen on this side is it's gonna crease, probably after like an hour if you're like me. Okay, the transition color. You guys, the transition color is seriously like what I hear people talk about the most. And every time I hear them talk about it, I'm like, oh no, because that's not the way that it works for us girls that have hooded eyes, okay? So I'm gonna go in with just like a nude, a little bit darker color than my own color, okay? Right here. So the wrong way to do it if you have hooded eyes is to take this and just put it right in your crease. Right on your crease, just like everybody tells you to, no further up, and that's all there is to it, okay? If you have hooded eyes, you're gonna take it. So see how before when I was going in my crease, the brush was kind of straight like this? If you have hooded eyes, you wanna take it and angle it upwards. You want that color to be not only in your crease, but above your crease and kind of blended upwards. So not only do I like to do the windshield wiper motions, but I actually like to do circular motions so that the color gets dispersed above. It does take a little bit longer to blend when you have hooded eyes, but I promise you the end result is a huge difference. See the difference already? See the difference between the eyebrow and just it in the lid, just the transition color in the lid, versus a higher eyebrow and the transition color above the lid as well. Already that makes such a huge difference and opens up your eye. One small tip that a lot of people don't even think about is, okay, you don't want to take the darkness into the inner corner, okay? So a lot of people will take that same dark or that same transition color or even a little bit darker, and they'll take it right there to that inner corner, okay? And some people that's beautiful on, or even like if it's the look that you're going for, it's beautiful. So see how I'm going like this, and I'm kind of going, it's a rainbow motion, rainbow shape motion, okay? If you want to do it on this other side and not make it look so deep and dark on the inner corner, basically you're just going to take it, because it is nice to have that crease nice and dark, but you're going to take it more just like and stop right there instead of going all the way to the inner corner. Okay, you want to keep that inner corner nice and bright. That's huge. Okay, kind of the same concept, just a little bit different. We're actually going to use just a little bit different color right here for this. It's a darker color. But basically, I'm going to take this dark color and I'm just going to put it all along my lid, which isn't necessarily a bad look. It is pretty, right? I think it's really pretty when you have a matte color on your inner or on your lid all the way across. It's gorgeous. And it can work if that's the color, if that's the look that you're going for, right? But if you're looking to make your eyes look less hooded and open and bright as much as you can, you're going to want to take that same dark color and just put it on the outer corner, okay? And here's another step, okay? See how that dark is kind of falling down right here? Watch this. So we're just going to keep it on the outer corner, but we're not going to let it fall down low. We're going to keep it up. We want that, the whole eyeshadow look to be up and up and up. And actually, this is something that you can do to assure that it stays up. So take your translucent powder that we used a minute ago. and dap, 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 dap into some of this translucent powder, like I said. And you're just gonna go like this. Just like so. And then go back and do what we were doing. Okay, and that's gonna help keep that darkness from doing that. Okay, see how much that brings the eye down? You don't want that. But the darkness is really gorgeous, especially if you put it just on the outer corner. See the difference? And then you can even blend it up just a little bit. Again, you don't want to keep any of this just in the crease. You kind of want to blend it up and out, because you just look straight ahead and you just put it in your crease, it like falls inside your crease and you can't see it. That's how I finally realized that I had hooded eyes. I never even knew it. I just thought, I spend all this time on my mascara and then my eyeshadow, and then when I'm done, I open my eyes and you can't see a dang thing that I've done. And it wasn't until somebody said, that means you have hooded eyes, where I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. The other thing is too, a lot of people will like look back and do their eyes like this. You kind of almost want to do it with, you want to do your mascara, or I keep saying mascara, I'm sorry you guys, your eyeshadow with your eyes open, right? So keep your eyes open like this so you can see where exactly that mascara, where that eyeshadow is going. So you want to do it like this, just to make sure you see where it's going, and then look back to get it on that lid. Again, open your eye just to kind of see that it's hitting above that lid. That's the important part. You want the eyeshadow to hit above that lid. Just like so. See the difference already that makes? They're very subtle differences, right? That we've done. This is not a drill. But it makes such an impact. That's the thing with makeup, you guys. It's really little teeny subtle differences that make the biggest impact. All right, let's wipe this away. Is that all you got? What a difference. What a difference. I always get really bad, like that's just dark. That's me. That's not really makeup right there. That's my hormones. All right, next tip. All right, let's do the lower lash line, okay? And let's use the same darker color that we used here and here, okay? So this is the wrong side, I guess you could say. But remember, this isn't necessarily bad for other people, or if it's not what you're looking. I mean, people can make this look really good. But we're just gonna take a darker color and we're gonna run it along the inside lash line, or the lower lash line, all the way from back to front. And what happens is when you have hooded eyes, it just closes the eye. It just closes it off more, okay? So what we're gonna do to make it look less hooded is we're gonna take, and we're just gonna put it really lightly. Okay, the other thing that you can do to kind of help open up your hooded eye is take a shimmer and just put it right there, okay? Also, while we have it here, let's put a shimmer color right here on our inner corner, which is gonna help brighten and open up the eye. Okay, so inner corner brightness, outer corner darkness, versus just darkness everywhere. Highlighter, and if you're like me, I did the same thing so often. I was like, okay, I'm looking for a mirror. Sorry guys. I love the look of a brow bone that's highlighted, right? So I'm gonna highlight that brow bone to the heavens. Right? Anybody else do that besides me? No, just me. But see what that does? That almost makes that brow bone, because lightness makes things protrude forward. Darkness brings things backwards, okay? So that lightness brings that brow bone forward, and it it does. It makes your eye look more hooded, okay? So I'm gonna use just, there's a ton left on this, but the difference is I am going to just barely hit that brow bone. Just the brow bone too, okay? Maybe let's do a little bit more right here because I love a good inner corner highlight, okay? And then the other thing that I would do right here while we're here is I would maybe just put a little bit of this shimmer right here on the inner corner or the inner lid. Because that, again, is gonna help open up brighter and make the eye look more open. And kind of pull that hood out a little bit. Right? Right. Okay. We might have gone a little overboard with the shimmer, but that's okay because everybody tends to, right? Okay, girls, there's what we got so far. Can you believe the difference? Can you believe the difference? Okay, so the next step is eyeliner, because eyeliner is a huge thing. Okay, so for the hooded eye, the no liquid eyeliner on the top eye line. Okay, let me shake this out. You guys, this is one of the reasons why I'm so terrible at winged eyeliner, because I just don't do it very often because it doesn't look good typically on hooded eyes, okay? So I'm gonna take our Dip and Draw eyeliner, which is amazing. It's an amazing eyeliner, but if you have hooded eyes, I actually prefer pencil eyeliner, okay? But I'm just gonna hurry and do a winged eyeliner. God bless me, it's probably gonna look terrible, but here's the thing. Like I said before, okay? When you have hooded eyes, you have very little lid space, okay? And when you take this black eyeliner and you take it all the way across the lid,
this is not a drill.
What it's gonna do is it's going to hide what little lid space left that you have.
Is that all you got? Let's begin.
I've tried doing wings time after time after time, and again, I could not figure out why I could not get my winged eyeliner to look good. It doesn't give me that sharp that most people does. And it's because when you have hooded eyes, instead of it looking like this, when you open your eye, that hood makes it swoop. So it just never looks the way that everybody else's does. And it was always so frustrating to me. I always just thought I was doing something wrong. But if you're like me, you're really not doing anything wrong. It's just that dang hood.
Shall we begin?
So my do is to do this. You're gonna take a kohl eyeliner, okay? Hang on, I need to make sure it's nice and sharp. And what you're gonna do is you are gonna tight line. So you're gonna take and you're gonna do that under lid.
Let's begin.
Thickened lash line without hiding that much needed space on your lid to still keep it nice and bright and open. Does that make sense? The other thing that you can do, if you're just like, Cassie, I love my eyeliner, I can't give it up. What you can do is you can just do a really, really, really thin layer of eyeliner on the top. And I keep it really thin on the inside, if at all going on the inside, and then thicken it up just at the end to kind of mimic a wing, but I don't ever do wings. That's just my personal preference, and I feel like if you have hooded eyes, depending on the severity of it, we all have different severity if you have hooded eyes. There's all different severities of it. Am I saying that right? Anyways, so some of you could pull it off, but if mine, I don't feel like I can, okay? But see that? The other thing that you can do, obviously, okay, so if you have hooded eyes, this is a no-no. Taking this in your waterline. Okay, it's just gonna close your eyes off even more. But a lot of times when you put that kohl liner above, it's gonna transfer down below. So what you gotta do is just take one time. All you gotta do is one time. Don't use your finger, use your beauty blender so it doesn't mess up your makeup. Just blend it away. And then once you pulled that away, it won't transfer again. Now you're gonna take a white or a beige eyeliner. Oops, I didn't get it all.
Let's begin now.
A white or a beige eyeliner for your bottom. And it's gonna help it open up your eye even more. Okay? All right, we're getting towards the end, you guys. My next tip is we're getting to the mascara, okay? So my next tip is obviously curl your lashes, because when you do curl your lashes, it kind of pulls it up and out away from your lid. And it makes it, I don't know, it makes all the difference in the world, okay? So now let me start to do the mascara, obviously, okay? So we're gonna start on this end, or on the bad side. There's really no right or wrong way to do the mascara, in my opinion, for between hooded eyes and not hooded eyes. Where you can go wrong is when you start using falsies, okay? And here's the deal. With falsies, I don't know about you guys, but when I very first started using falsies, I wanted the biggest, the boldest, and the brightest, okay? And what would happen is my whole lid would get lost in super, super, super bold, thick lashes. So if you are a falsie lash person, which I'm not because I love our 4D mascara, but if you are, I really do recommend more of a cat eye lash. So the lashes that are longer towards the outer edge and shorter on the inner edge. Okay, so there we have the mascara, okay? And I will say that I always feel like every time I use mascara or liquid liner, my mascara on that side never looks as good. Am I the only one that's like that? I don't know. But I will say, can you guys believe the difference? Look at the difference between the two. And I did not try to make one look bad, I promise, except for, I mean, I didn't try to make the winged eyeliner look bad, but it never looks good when it comes to me and my eyes. Anyways, okay, here's my suggestion for bottom lashes, okay? You do not want your bottom lashes dragging your eye down. So, but I also think a little bit of lashes is a good thing, bottom lashes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put more here on this side, okay? And I'm gonna put just a little bit of lashes on this side. Okay? And let me give you my last tip for hooded eyes, okay? And this tip is gonna be very personal to where you are at with your skin type, age, and whatnot. If you're younger, this would be where I would say get your concealer, babe, and put it underneath your eyes. For me, concealer makes my eyes crease, and it almost makes me look so much older. But me personally, I found a way around that, and that is our pressed powder foundation, okay? I absolutely love using this because it doesn't make my eyes crease. It's full coverage. It's obviously not gonna cover as much as the concealer, but it's full coverage, so it does help to cover, and I use it in a lighter color, so it helps to brighten, okay? So when you have that color underneath your eyes that brightens, and it almost like covers up some of that those dark circles, it helps to brighten up everything. Okay, that's a little bit too bright, obviously, but I'm gonna take, where did my thing go? Where did my, there we go, right here. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna tap it out, okay? Maybe take my blush brush. So I typically would have done this before I did all of my eyes, right? So I would have done this, and then I would have done my blush, and then I would have done my highlight, all of that jazz. And then see how it just brightens everything. It's brighter versus that's just super dark right there. All right, you guys. Okay, in the comments below, tell me what your favorite hooded eye tip or trick that I gave you today, okay? Again, if you're not already following me, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you like my page and share this video because I think your friends, especially your aging friends that have hooded eyes like I do, will love the tips that I gave you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for being kind in the comment section, and I love you guys. I will see you on the next one.